Are you interested in making videos with your smartphone, such as this one? And every single time your images are kind of like, shaking, they're not stable. In today's video, I'm going to review the Hohem Gimbal. I'm going to tell you pretty much everything you need to know about this gimbal. It's going to start from the unpacking, all the modes, and pretty much everything you need to know about this gimbal. Are you ready for this review? Coming right up. Okay, so this is what the box looks like when you just get it. Obviously it's going to come in a box and a nice case, little case here. So we're going to open it and find out what is in it. So in here we have a charging cable for the gimbal. We have a little tripod that you can put the gimbal on, and the gimbal itself. This is what the gimbal looks like. So before I even start, I'm going to go ahead and mount this little tripod here on the bottom of it, and that is how it is. We're going to put this little box on the side and the charging cable. So this is what the gimbal looks like. So before we go into the features of this gimbal, the charging cord is like this, and it simply just plugs in here on the side, just like that, and the other end goes to your regular USB charging system. Okay, so this gimbal has a little QR code here, and this QR code, you can use it to download the app, because it actually works with the app. So next on my list here is going to be how to balance this gimbal. So you can balance your phone here either horizontally or vertically, right? So in order to balance this, you're just going to have to open this like that. So this opens up, your phone slides in here all the way to the bottom. So two things you need to adjust here. So we have this plate balances it. You can move this plate up or down, or you can move this other ring here. There's a ring here that also moves. So we're going to start by just letting the phone be. Slide the plate up because it's weighing on the opposite direction. And once you do that, the phone right now, it's stable. As you can tell, it is stable. So obviously you need to make sure your phone is well balanced before you even turn the gimbal on. So if the phone is weighing a little bit on the side, then you'd have to adjust this little knob here, just loosen it up and move it either in like that or move it out. So depending on where it is. So if you get like a really good stand, then you just have to make it tight. Make it tight. And there we go, our phone is balanced on the gimbal. So obviously this is going to be balancing the horizontal axis. And if you wanted to balance your phone on this gimbal vertically, so what you're going to do is we're going to take off the phone, and you would just have to twist this here like that. Now once you twist it this way, then it's just going to change the orientation of the phone. Now the phone can get in there, and then you do the same, pretty much the same principle. But for me, I'm going to just use the horizontal axis. So we'll just put it back the way it was. Okay, so next thing here is going to be powering on. So the power on button is going to be this red one here. We're going to hold it for about 3 seconds to power it on. And once it powers on, the gimbal is going to centralize itself. Before we actually even go to the functions of the buttons on this gimbal, the first thing we need to do is download the app. And just like I showed you the QR code that you have there, you can either use that QR code or you just get on any of either your Android or your iOS devices, and you just type in Hohem, then it's going to download the app. So once we have the app, we have to connect it to the Bluetooth. Bluetooth on your phone, and that's how the app is connected. So right now I'm going to log into the app here. So once we logged into the app, we're going to realize that the Bluetooth light is going to be blue. That's how you know you have a good connection. And one of the reasons why you want to use the app is because from connecting to the app, you have the ability to just hit the zoom here and it's going to zoom. So first of all, we have a trigger back here that every single time, let's say your gimbal is on one side, and every single time you double tap on that like that, then it's going to recenter the gimbal. So it pretty much just resets it back to center. Okay, now moving through the functions of a gimbal, we have a joystick here which you can either move left or right, just like that. We have a zoom here which you can either zoom the image up or down. So a zoom button here can zoom the image. We have our the power button here. It's to either start a video or stop a video. It's also a power button right here. Then we have this other button just above it. It's actually the different modes of the gimbal. So this gimbal has pretty much 4 modes of operation. We have the pan follow. By default, that is actually what it is, the pan follow. So the pan follow actually moves only on the horizontal axis. So you can move it left or right. It moves only on the horizontal axis. If you move it up or down, then it doesn't do anything. So it stays just horizontal. So if we tap the mode button twice, then we have the pan tilt follow. So now the pan tilt follow actually moves up or down. It moves left or right. So that's the pan tilt follow. The next mode we have is going to be the all lock mode. We're going to tap that same button 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Now it's locked on that image. If we move the gimbal left or right, sideways, anything you do is locked on that image, right? It's locked on it. So that is the all lock mode. Then we have the all follow, which is going to be the next one. All follow mode. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the all follow mode pretty much goes everywhere you go. It just follows. That's the all follow. It follows on pretty much all axes. That is the all follow. And then one of the mode that I really like, it's gonna be, I call it the Vortex mode. And the way it works is you're gonna have to move your gimbal, point your gimbal horizontal, just like that. And the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna move it either left or right. So just like this. So it's gonna move it in circles. So that is the last mode, which I like to exploit a lot. And as usual, if you want to recenter, then you can just double tap on the trigger. Then it's gonna recenter your phone pretty much. So one of the amazing feature that you can have on this gimbal is if you were to film like maybe a sport game which goes very fast, you can hold the trigger down, and then now the gimbal is, tends to follow at a faster rate. So holding your trigger down actually would achieve that. So even though this gimbal has a lot of amazing features, there's obviously one thing I do not like about it, and is if I were to connect an external microphone to this gimbal to use, it makes it very difficult because the charging port on this gimbal, the charging port on this phone actually connects right here at the bottom, right here on the base. So there's no way you can actually plug in something in there because obviously the camera is here, right? The camera is here. So even if I were to flip the phone, now this is going to be on the way. So the only way I can actually position this gimbal and the phone on it is actually have it this way. And now I cannot actually plug in anything like an external microphone on this gimbal, so it makes it very difficult to actually use an external mic. But other than that, a lot of amazing features with the gimbal and a lot of awesome things that you can do with this gimbal. Okay, pretty much that was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if if you're thinking of getting it, then obviously you know what to expect. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Go ahead and make some more cinematic videos with your gimbal. Alright, I'll see you soon. Bye.